Hey Matthew, how you doing? This is a really good written description of your experience with the assignment, so I really appreciate that you included that. I left this file closed for 1 second because I want you to see what happens when I open it. And let's go ahead. I've got the file loaded up right here. So when I'm going to double click that to open it, and we can see that we immediately get a warning. It's an Adobe Illustrator warning saying that the image isolated tree is not embedded. Um, there's no way to view it. Basically, what that's saying, it says could not find the linked file. And in Illustrator, when you place a file, you either have to link it or you have to embed it. Now, in this case, we embed them because linking them would entail submitting a whole second folder with an image folder. So to look at the AI file, we embed the images in here. So this image right here, as you can see, I hold my cursor over this, and you can see here's a X, a placeholder for an image placeholder, but there's no image. That indicates to me that the image has been placed but not embedded. Therefore, it's not invisible. It's not visible. We can take that a step further by jumping right over here to the links layer, and you can see the links layer by just going to the window menu across the top of the screen and coming down and opening up links. Right now, we can see that the background image is embedded. We can see it right there. See, I click that layer for the background image. There it says right there, embedded file. But we come to the isolated tree, we can see that's a linked file. It's not embedded. There's that warning right there. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is go back into this ad and embed that tree. Now, as far as proficiency goes, you're showing excellent proficiency in the assignment itself. So for example, all of your text resides on your text layer. Oh, I just found a mistake. Right now, yeah, you've got your address grouped with your logo here on the logo layer. Technically, that is text. That should be in the text layer itself. But then you've got the logo layer, and then you've got the images layer. So that's fantastic. Now, what I would recommend, good job, great job pulling the bleed. And of course, if we come over to the top of the screen, come to the word file, and come down to where it says document color mode, we can see that you are correctly set up in the CMYK color mode. That's fantastic. One thing I do want to draw your attention to as far as project specifications and requirements is the typeface. This typeface from the review of the Amethyst Bay Style Guide will indicate that the typefaces required for this assignment are Arial Bold for headline, Arial Bold Italic for subhead, and Arial Regular for body copy. Right now we can see that you are set up in the Myriad typeface, so you'll need to replace those with the appropriate Arial typeface. Headline, subhead look good. Try working a different color, some different colors. Maybe try purple in here. I think just to incorporate that purple in with the image, I think that's going to work out beautifully. Right now, I think your text boxes are a little bit too wide. Right now, they're encroaching on the page edge, which means that type is going to sit right on the edge of the page. That's really uncomfortable. Definitely want to give yourself a little bit of a margin there. Okay, and what I would recommend doing is get that right about there, so we have this nice right. You could even take that and left align it right there. I think that would probably look better left aligned. And then this, I would move this right over here. So Amethyst Bay, that's Amethyst Bay. This should be an italic right there. So the area will have an italic. So, and then I would recommend title case and this. I would recommend title case. So cap we sailed through, cap T and cap C for competition, lowercase on the T for the. And then instead of just saying at 20% off, just go ahead and say, whatever the excuse me, whatever the promotion is. So 20% off room rates or 40% off special offers or something like that. But I wouldn't just leave at 40% off. Just try to give a little bit of an idea of what you're offering at 20 to 40% off. So you can kind of use that as a segue into the written paragraphs where you describe the promotion. My final comment is the actual background image itself. Now, I don't know if this is the case, but this background image almost looks like it's been distorted a little bit. That looks distorted, that boat. I think that, I mean, to me, that boat would it almost looks like it should be a little bit wider, doesn't it? So you definitely want to check that. You want to check that. And then whenever you resize that to get that boat so it doesn't, let me revert this so you can see. I just think the boat looks like it's really condensed, like almost distorted a little bit. So let's go ahead and let this revert. Let's go ahead and ignore that. So this plastic, see what I mean? It just looks so short, and it's really super wide and really super short. So that indicates to me that this background image has been somewhat um, that's been a little bit distorted. Typically that happens when you resize without holding the shift key. So you can see right now if I resize this, I'm not holding my shift key. I'll Command Z that. Now watch what happens if I hold my shift key. It constrains the proportions of the image. So quite often a distortion occurs when trying to resize without holding the shift key. Now one final thing I would mention is, and this is a really super easy fix, but you can get in here and select these buildings right here in the horizon. Just really get in here. You don't even really have to include those, but we'll get that horizon and get these trees. You can maybe even remove those smokestacks. And what I'm getting at is selecting the sky, getting rid of it, and replacing it with not a sunny sky, but something that indicates clear blue skies as opposed to these kind of impending rain clouds here that are rolling in. All right, so those are my recommendations. If you have any questions, comments, concerns at all, please let me know. I'll be glad to clarify. Thank you very much.